Hey everybody, it's Greg, and it's another edition of Unbreakable. It's Monday, November the 6th. A lot to talk about today. Go Eagles, huh? How about those Eagles? 8-1, going into the bye, best record in the NFL. When the year started, a lot of people said, the Eagles aren't going to be as good as they were last year. How could they be, right? They won 13 games in regular season. They went on to the Super Bowl. Uh, there's going to be a slack off, right? And I thought so myself. I thought, well, Eagles win 11, 12 games. It'll be a good season, right? Get back to the Super Bowl. But look at that, right? I mean, we are halfway through the season, and the Eagles have 8 wins already in the bank. So, yes, they have a tough schedule coming up. Chiefs, Bills, 49ers, at Seattle, Dallas again. Not easy, but certainly 12, 13 wins are within reach. Let's talk about yesterday's game. Today, we're also going to talk about how stupid daylight savings time is and how it's affecting everybody. And I want to talk a little bit about, I was at the Sixers game on Saturday. What a great game. Now, hey, Bud. Bud says hello for a Monday. He's even trying to get over this stupid daylight savings time crap. Right, Bud? Yes, he agrees. Okay, Eagles. It got kind of hairy there toward the end, didn't it? What an exciting game, though. First of all, the Cowboys stink, and they always find a way to screw it up. Eagles almost screwed it up there at the end. That could have been maybe the worst loss in Philadelphia sports history. I mean, when you consider they're playing the dreaded Cowboys at home, and to be up as they were, Cowboys 90 yards away from scoring the game-winning touchdown, bing, bang, boom, penalties, Eagles playing stupid, Cowboys get down to the 10-yard line, eventually a couple penalties, they don't make it in. That's the bottom line. Really no turnovers, but close though, wasn't it? Eagles almost gave the ball away a few times there. The Cowboys always find a way to screw it up though, don't they? What is it with this Greg Olson, who I really like as a commentator? When did he become a Cowboys fan? Right? Certain people on Twitter said, "Oh no, he's not a Cowboys fan." The hell he isn't. Did you hear him yesterday? Especially that one play. Dak Prescott is rolling to his left. He's down near the goal line, trying to score a touchdown. Eagles flip him over. He ends up on the 1-yard line, right? Does not score. Commentary after the play. What a great play by Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, whatever. That's Dak Prescott. That's, by the way, I'm getting Bud a little treat here, of course. That's the new thing now, whenever I do a podcast, which is almost every day, Bud has to have a snack during it. So please excuse me. Lead treats again, and a fine stack it is. So Prescott does not score. He gets down to the 1-yard line. Eagles flip him over, and that's where he lays, right there. Greg Olson, great play. Prescott, he's played so well. What a great play. Great play, my ass. The goal there for him when he took off running was to score a touchdown, right? Did he score a touchdown? No, he did not. So how was it such a great play, Greg Olson? And this went on and on and on yesterday. You know, how well the Cowboys are playing, how great Dak Prescott is. Oh my God. You get sick of it. I could expect that out of Tony Romo. Could almost still expect it out of Troy Aikman, although not as much. But to hear it from Greg freaking Olson, stop already. Anyway, of course, the Cowboys never take accountability. They're always going to make excuses. The referees, or we were so close. And hey, what about Fox? As far as I know, they didn't show stinking Jerry Jones even one time yesterday. There you go, big guy. Now, what is it? Before, all these networks used to show Jerry Jones up in his booth there with his dopey son and whoever he has with him in the booth, usually like Chris Christie or somebody like that up there, right? They don't even show him there. I want to see him, especially when the Cowboys are losing, when they make a stupid play. I want to see him. I want to see him up there just pissed off. It doesn't happen anymore. They showed, trying to think now. Yeah, they showed Jerry Jones earlier in the year. I believe they were playing, the Cowboys were playing out in Arizona, a game which they lost. Arizona's, they only have one win this year, and it was against the Cowboys. All right, well, this is it, huh? Yeah, there you go. All right. So, and I believe in that game, they did show Jerry Jones. And of course, he was melting, his face was melting. And it was a beautiful thing to see. Um, but anyway, it must be a thing. Jerry Jones has made a deal with the devil, with the networks. Don't show me up in the booth unless we're winning. Okay. Um, Speaking of angry, did you see that yesterday after the game? Jimmy Johnson in the post game show with that other dope, Terry Bradshaw. But by the way, they both emphatically picked the Dallas Cowboys to win yesterday. Um, Jimmy Johnson was he pissed? Oh my God. You could see it on his face. Well, it was a good day for football fans. A hell of a game, but it was a good day for Philadelphia Eagles fans. That's about it. Boy, did he look bad. Sour. What a sourpuss. Uh, you expect that out of that loser, though, you know. Um, Terry Bradshaw, you know, he has seen better days too. Let's just put it that way. Uh, Bottom line is back and forth, back and forth. And I told you this. It was going to be like two heavyweight fighters, back and forth, back and forth. High scoring game. I said 31-28 Eagles. It was 28-23 Eagles. I was off a couple points. But I had the right side. And, you know, back and forth, no turnovers, which I was surprised at. But, and I did say, you know, I don't think AJ Brown is going to have 125 yards again, and he did not. So the streak comes to an end. You know, Cowboys were doubling him a lot. He did have 5 or 6 catches, but you know what? What hurts though is Dallas Goedert broke his arm, and they're going to do an MRI today to see how bad it is, how long he may be out. But rest assured, the Eagles are going to miss him. I had one guy say to me on Twitter, "Oh, don't worry, they're going to be fine. Jack Stoll is a capable backup, solid backup. He'll do a fine job." Jack Stoll my ass. That I hope not. That the hell, Jack Stoll my ass. Anyway, but I cracked myself up. Goddard was out 5 games last year. Production of the tight end position went way down. In fact, Zach Berman put out a stat this morning, which I retweeted out for all the people out there saying, we're not going to miss Dallas Goddard. Yeah, right. First of all, I think Eagles underutilized Dallas Goddard. They should use him more. They should use him more, especially in the middle of the field, especially in the red zone. Goddard has 1 touchdown this year. That's a crime. This guy, I know they have kept him in for extra blocking, but he is a weapon. That's what the Eagles are going to miss. Just the potential of Dallas Goddard as a weapon. So teams are going to focus more on A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith on the outside. It's not a deal breaker, but the Eagles are going to miss Dallas Goddard. And I would say with a broken arm, he's going to be out for a while. Yes, Bud. Bud agreed there. He said, yeah. So that was a downside. Eagles got banged up yesterday, too. Hurts was limping. Devontae Smith was limping. They had quite a few guys who were really banged up there. And good thing they have to bye this week to rest up a little bit. In fact, the Eagles will play again for 2 more weeks. They're going to play on a Monday night at Kansas City, rematch of the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. Andy Reid and the Chiefs. So it was a great game. Anytime you beat the Cowboys, they're sniveling weasel cockroach fans. Shut up for a while. Right away, of course, after the game, that punk Micah Parsons bouncing off already, saying, well, we proved that we could play with them, and it'll be a different story a month from now, and everybody was picking the Eagles. No, not so. Eagles were favored by 3 points, but all these so-called experts were picking the Cowboys. Oh, take the Cowboys +3. Take the Cowboys. They're probably even going to win this game. Well, sorry, they didn't. Eagles have a chance. They have not swept the Cowboys since 2011. Can you believe that? Oh. They have a chance to sweep Dallas, but to be honest with you, they're going to be up against it when they play Dallas a month from now, because they'll be in Dallas, and I mean Dallas is going to be really desperate. There, will Dallas make the playoffs? Probably, but it'll probably be for a wild card. Eagles are now 2.5 up on the Cowboys. Plus, they own the tiebreaker since they beat the Cowboys. So, as long as the Eagles don't collapse, they should have the NFC East, which would be 2 years in a row, which would go back to 2004 when the Eagles were the last team to win the division in back-to-back years. But let's not count our chickens before they hatch. Still a long way to go in the season. So, and stinking Cowboys, guess what? They played the New York Giants this week. Why do the Giants suck? I had that game wrong. I said take the Giants. The Giants are pathetic. Oh, and I hate to say that because some of my best friends, including the great Steve Trevelise, are Giants fans. Giants can't beat a Raider team that is in disarray with an interim coach, with a backup quarterback. Giants can't beat them, even stay close to them. Giants lose 30-3. Are you kidding me? And now they have to go play the Cowboys, a pissed off Dallas Cowboy team in Dallas, which has won the last 11 straight games in Dallas. The line in that game started at 12 and a half. It zoomed up to 15 and a half. Not long after the original line came out. I wouldn't be surprised if that line went up 17 and a half, maybe, by the time next Sunday rolls around. It's just pathetic. I mean, the Giants, come on, what happened to them? This Brian Dable guy was supposed to be the greatest coach since sliced bread. I mean, now they're talking about he needs to get fired. Everybody needs to get fired. Daniel Jones is probably out with a torn up knee. I mean, it was a mistake giving him a contract extension anyway. I mean, what a brutal franchise there. Can't they do anything right up there? Not that I'm complaining, because they're in the Eagles division. Let them suck. Let the Giants suck for as long as it takes, huh? Let the Cowboys keep Mike Stinking McCarthy as their hapless coach for as long as it takes. Let Jerry Jones keep owning the Cowboys and screwing them up for as long as it takes. Better for the birds. But anyway, Dallas is up against it. They're 5-3. Will probably make the playoffs, like I said, but up against it as far as winning the division. Eagles will come back, play the Chiefs. Will be a hell of a game. Chiefs will be back from Germany, beat the Dolphins over there, and the Eagles will have revenge from the Super Bowl. It's going to be really interesting to see what that line is like. I would think the Chiefs will be favored playing at home. It's going to be a very interesting game. I can't wait. 2 weeks from tonight. What else around the NFL? Washington, who cares? They won, but they beat New England. I mean, talk about hapless. Oh my God. What has happened to New England, huh? Bill Belichick, good for them. The cheaters. How about those Ravens? They're playing great football down there in Baltimore, aren't they? They have the stingiest defense in the NFL. I mean, they may make the Super Bowl. How about a all-bird Super Bowl, huh? Baltimore, Philadelphia, I-95 Super Bowl. I wouldn't be surprised. I tell you what, I don't think the Chiefs are going to get back to the Super Bowl yet. I just don't. They're not the same team, and too many good teams in the AFC. Cincinnati is coming around. Baltimore is great. Buffalo doesn't look like they used to. Jacksonville, don't count them out. Too many good teams in the AFC. But the way it's looking now, you know what? Baltimore's tough. I wouldn't put it past the Ravens to get there. All right. More to talk about. This stupid daylight savings time. Well, now we're on standard time, right? We pushed our clocks back an hour. We got an extra hour sleep Saturday overnight. But does anybody feel it? Everybody I've heard from is saying they were dragging yesterday. Look at the people who have to go back to work today. Oh my God. I always felt it when I went back to work. Especially in the springtime, when you jump an hour ahead, you lose an hour's sleep, you'd never catch up. You could go to bed early. You're not going to catch up. What makes this stupid was they implemented daylight savings time in World War I. So we're talking like 100 years ago, over 100 years ago, to save energy. I mean, what is it saving now? It's stupid. And do you know there was an amendment through Congress to get rid of it, to either stay on standard time or stay on daylight savings time? It passed the Senate, but it's been held up in the House. What's going on in that House? I mean, come on. Rather than arguing between themselves, do something. Do something. One thing you could do is pass this bill so we don't have to change our freaking clocks twice a year, right? I mean, it's ridiculous. Nobody that I know of likes changing their clocks again and again. But that is enough, okay, sweetheart? Oh my God, you're gonna get as big as a house like your daddy. Anyway, so stop with this daylight savings standard time crap, okay? Just make it one thing so people get depressed. Look at it now. I mean, okay, it's lighter in the morning, especially for the kids who go to school, catch the school bus, that's fine. But now it's getting dark at like 4:45. I mean, come on, 4:45? I didn't notice it yesterday because I was watching the Eagles game. Tonight I'm going to notice it though. I mean, like, what the hell? It's like 8:30 already, and it's like 4:30. Anyway, I call your representative, write to them and say, stop with the arguing in the House. Pass this bill already. Jeez. And maybe some other stuff while you're thinking about it. One thing I wanted to say before I leave is I was at the Sixers game on Saturday. Sixers beat the Suns 112-100. Good game. Joel Embiid scored 26 points in 3 quarters. He sat out the whole fourth quarter. The Suns are a hapless team. They won yesterday in Detroit. Kevin Durant is a beast, though. See this guy in person. He's like Spider-Man. He's all arms and legs, and he can shoot from the outside. He's still quick, driving to the basket. He's a handful. I would take him. Hey, the Suns want to trade him away. I would take Kevin Durant in a minute. I don't see, of course, the Suns didn't have Devin Booker or Bradley Beal on Saturday. So they were kind of a shell of themselves. I don't see it. I don't see everybody saying Suns in the West. No, I don't see the Suns. Yeah, there's better teams out West than the Phoenix Suns. I mean, come on. And hey, I like the Suns. I've, going back to when Mikal Bridges played out there, and but I just don't see it. I think they are worse off than what they used to be when they got to the finals that year against Milwaukee, and the Bucks beat them in 7 games. I mean, definitely the Suns have taken a step back. But it was a fun game. It was fun. Tyrese Maxey scored 22 points, but he seemed very hesitant, especially in the first half. He didn't want to shoot the three. It seemed like he is more conscious now to pass the ball. It seems like he's got this, okay, well, James Harden isn't here anymore. I got to be the guy who is the quarterback, who makes all the assists and everything. And that, in some ways, that's true. But in another way, you have to be aggressive, Tyrese Maxey. It was his birthday. And he had a good game. He had a double-double. He had 10 assists and 22 points. That's not a bad game. But it was nice to hear Nick Nurse. We finally have a coach who doesn't make excuses. Nick Nurse said after the game that we have to get Tyrese Maxey more aggressive in the first half. He has to look to shoot. He has to have confidence. You know what? You can't do anything in life unless you're confident. From being a social worker like I was to being a basketball player, you have to have confidence. If you don't have confidence, then good. then you're a lost cause because you have to believe in yourself. And so I'm glad Nick Nurse said that they're going to work with Tyrese Maxey to encourage him to be more aggressive, especially in the first half of the games. But I'll tell you what, the Sixers are fun to watch. This Kelly Oubre is playing great ball. And Tobias Harris is actually playing great ball. But I don't hold my breath for Tobias Harris because we've seen this movie before where Harris may have a good stretch, but then he gets back to the same old Tobias Harris again, scoring one game 16 points, next game 5. Not consistent. Now, he may prove me wrong this year. He may have a good year, and I hope so. But I'm not holding my breath for Tobias Harris, put it that way. But the Sixers are a lot of fun to watch, especially since James Harden got out. He's done. Get out. He left Philadelphia. Don't let the door hit you. With that, saying that, I have a little tip for you today to leave you. If you happen to be a betting man, like I'm not, occasionally, or a betting woman, James Harden's first game with the Clippers is tonight in New York at Madison Square Garden. And even though his minutes are going to be limited, I would take James Harden over in assists tonight. His line is 5.5. All he needs is 6 assists. Why? Because he's going to want to prove a point. He's going to want to prove a point that he can blend in with the team, that he could be the ball distributor to Paul George and Kawhi Leonard and Russell Westbrook and all these other scorers on the Clippers. Let's don't forget, that's how he started with the Sixers. Remember a couple of years ago? When he came to the Sixers, he was good. And he was like, wow, this new James Harden, he's not looking to score 38 points. He's happy with 15 assists, 10 assists a game, right? Well, until we settle back into the old James Harden, which will happen sooner or later. But for now, James Harden is going to want to make a good impression on his team, say to the NBA and to the 76ers, see what you're missing? And the stats prove that in the last 2 years, when his minutes have been limited, he still gets his assists. He doesn't score as much, but he still averages 8, 9 assists a game, even when his minutes are down. So I would say, in order to make up for that lousy Giants pick that I suggested to you on Sunday and Friday, I would say take James Harden tonight and hope he gets 6 assists. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, thank you for watching and listening. Please subscribe. Please. I looked at my total there yesterday. I don't look at stuff like that because I don't want to see the truth. I have 14 subscribers. Really, 14? It's almost as bad as the how many people bought my book. Not that many. Oh, there's Bud. Okay, he's settling in. But seriously, anyone who listens or watches, thank you very much. It's not many people do. But I do have a few loyal people who do watch and listen every day. So thanks a lot. And so I will see everybody tomorrow. You guys have a great Monday. Take care of yourselves. And go Birds in a couple weeks. Go Sixers tonight. See you soon. Bye-bye.